Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Broadchurch. Last time, for some reason it feels like it's been longer than it really has been, but it's only been a week since I recorded last, but apparently 20,000 things have happened and I can't fully remember what happened last time. Okay, but, well, stuff at the trial. Joe's confession was thrown out because of the injuries he sustained while he was in custody. And then I guess the big thing on the other side of the story was Hardy allowed Lee to meet with Claire, but under a controlled environment. However, it was at Miller's house, which was not his greatest idea, because Beth thought that Miller was back in her house, so she came to berate her. Which gave Lee the opening to run away with Claire somehow. I don't know how he did that, unless she just went of her own accord, you know? Also, Beth's water is breaking. Yeah, actually, I guess I remember more than I thought, so... Yeah, that was pretty much everything, so... Again, we could have a highlight reaction. The reaction could be here in YouTube. I don't know. I'm just not going to take any chances. I'm going to, we seem to be doing fine, but every so often. So, why don't we just jump right into this episode of Broadchurch? Here we go.
Car keys, no!
You're not supposed to drive, and what are you going to do anyway?
I'm going to look for them because you didn't do what we agreed. Keys!
No, this is not my fault. Don't put this on me. I am sick of everyone putting their shit on me, and I'm not responsible for it. I'm sick of the back teeth of taking flat for stuff I haven't done. Fine. You have the keys. I hope you bloody well crash and have a heart attack while you're crashing.
It's a very stressful situation, but... I mean, yeah, it's not Miller's fault. It's your fault for doing this at Miller's house, honestly. And Miller said not to do it anyway.
I'll call Lucy. Maybe she can drive you to the hospital. I'm not going to the hospital. I'm having a known birth. Oh my God, what are you doing that for? Will you just go away? Look, you stupid cow, I'm trying to help you. You're having a baby and you can't even walk. Now lean on me. I don't want you here. Well, tough shit.
Well, tough shit. Yeah, right? Good job, Miller.
The question is, will they call D.S. Miller for the prosecution? Her credibility is damaged with the beating. If it were me, I'd limit the damage by not using her.
Whereas we want her in the box so we can take a run at her.
Yes, we do. We should be able to walk through it, maybe she's on the back of the
This is the problem. Bishop and Jocelyn know each other, so they know how to get into each other's heads about how to do this. Oh!
Where's who?
Oh, you're in no condition to fight.
You what, call the police?
Ice, no!
You don't say how long I spend with my wife.
She hit the addiction again. But...
I'll call you, baby.
Okay, well, at least you have her. She's not harmed.
If there's anything you've not told me about what happened with you and Lee, I want it Sandra. Now's the time.
Come on, he's on your side.
What have you done? What have you done? I have told you everything.
Did you really not know about Joe and Danny?
No. I'd have done something.
Kick the shit out of him sooner.
Don't have a choice.
I'll tell you when I figure that out.
Get that woman out of my house.
Beth.
Ma'am. Now.
Sorry, Al.
Do not apologise. It's fine. I'm happy for you.
Gonna be a while before she could ever forgive.
Aren't you beautiful? You're very welcome here, my love. We're gonna look after you. We're gonna take such good care of you, you know. Such good care.
Marco starts with being at home.
Are gonna be so loved.
I've got to go. I've got a long drive back and I'm due in court. I'm so sorry I can't stay longer. I love you.
I love you too, Mum.
Stay strong.
Yeah. Don't worry about me.
Interesting.
I'll come again as soon as I can.
Okay.
I hope I catch you.
Everybody's got something.
We found an email account under a false name, only used to send emails to Danny.
You're being handed an exhibit, Exhibit MJC735, from your jury bundles. Could you confirm that these are printouts of the emails sent from this account?
I can.
And would you read
I like
the
how he
email
always specifically
sent
talks
Daniel
to the
Latimer
jury.
on the 29th of...
The computer with the email account used to correspond with Danny, was that a private computer?
It was Mr. Miller's home computer.
It was the family computer, wasn't it?
Yes.
Was it password protected?
No, but we believe that Mr. Miller was the main user of the computer.
But not the sole user, because it was the family computer. Accessible to anyone who lived in or visited the house.
Where are we going with this?
So anyone living in that house, including Mr. Miller's wife, your colleague, would have been able to use the computer right up until the time of Mr. Miller's arrest.
Okay, but where are we going? That doesn't mean he didn't do this, though.
Those barristers. Who are they? They've never done anything of worth. They just stand there sniping.
Are you talking to... Okay.
The whole system stinks. This is how people like Ashworth get let off.
What are you doing here? I didn't know they called you in.
I'm not here for that. There's been an allegation made against you, sir. For harassment from a Lee Ashworth. Said you imprisoned, illegally recorded, and physically attacked him. You're gonna need to come with me.
Well, no, wait, well, that's a lot of bullshit, but he's the one who struck Hardy. God, he's fucking jacked, he's handsome. It's terrifying.
It's a fraught time for everyone at the moment, so I want to see if we can't work this one out.
Well, he took me to a house, recorded me in private, then when I left, he tracked me down and attacked me.
You attacked me.
See, this is what it's like.
What have you got to say for yourself?
Does he have to, like, apologize?
Say sorry. What? Say sorry.
Ugh, this fucker. It's the magic of acting.
What's that?
I'm sorry. I apologize for any error of judgment.
It's the magic of acting that I've seen this dude as fucking Jarvis in Agent Carter, and also as the scariest motherfucker in this show. Look at him! This dude's terrifying. He can snap at any moment.
Any names yet?
Elizabeth. Lizzie.
Aw.
Welcome to the world, Lizzie. What are you doing? I was just welcoming it.
Mark.
No, mate, no. God's not in this house, surely. That's clear by now.
Okay.
There's nothing against you. Just keep that bit separate. It can't be. It isn't. It is for me.
Okay, guys, there's no time for a theological debate.
Two blokes. I intercept over my left shoulder. Oh, God, you're right. Which one do you prefer? Oh, no, I can't. If I've never done that before. Ellie, listen. Okay, the world is screwing you over right now.
Listen, your husband is on trial for murdering a little boy. Fucking go live! Oh, for God's sake, can't you just leave him be?
I know you never want to clear my name, so I started working on it myself. Talking to people.
And they spoke to you?
Well, I told them I was you.
What?
Yeah. I know what it's like to be you now. Suspicious all the time. Must really eat away at you. Especially when you're wrong.
I should charge you with impersonating a police officer.
Go on then.
If it's really not him, that would be impressive.
Look at that stuff. Look at Lespies. Look at that bloke hanging around this thing.
Why did you send Claire a bluebell?
What? How do I do that from France? Do bluebells even grow in France?
That would be very interesting if it's not him.
And why don't I have all the photos of Joe Miller's injuries?
Oh. Oh, okay.
Can you hear me? Help. Jocelyn.
Well, that could be worse. There could be another car involved.
He drugged me. I woke up at 5 a.m. and he was cleaning. He was cleaning the whole house.
Given my lady has excluded the confession, how can the jury be expected to separate Mrs. Miller's evidence as a wife from that as a police officer?
My rule is to always trust the jury. They're usually pretty smart.
Are they? Are you really sure about that?
Yeah, she said you're going to be called.
Right, okay, I've done it before.
Not like this. Stay calm, stick to the facts. Don't get drawn into anything else. Don't get emotional.
I know.
Yeah, but do you? Are you really sure?
I understand how difficult this must be for you.
It is. It's horrific.
How was your sex life, PC Miller?
Okay.
I don't know, normal. How would you describe yours?
Not frequent enough, to be honest.
Meh.
I'm not in the box.
Quite, Miss Bishop.
Man, that just turned into the room.
Engage
So
in
how's your sex
sex
life?
men, bondage, torture fantasies, violent role play.
No, nothing like that.
Did your
Keep it.
husband use pornography?
Keep it level.
Apart from one time his mate gave him a DVD, we watched it together and we mostly laughed through it.
Did it involve children?
I did my best.
And yet, as a police officer, you didn't detect any suspicious behavior from your husband.
None.
You didn't spot any
I
such
mean-
behaviors because your husband didn't kill Danny, did he?
He did
That-
kill Danny.
That's
He's not
not.
the person I thought he was.
Are you talking as a wife or as a police officer now?
Both.
Yes.
When did you and D.I. Hardy first start having an affair?
What?
Is the affair ongoing?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Can I remind you that you are on oath?
No, we've never had an affair.
Again. Can I remind you, PC Miller, that you are on oath?
My lady, where is the evidence?
Coming to that now, milady.
Well, you won't
What
find any
the
because it never happened.
Where did you go, PC Miller?
What?
I went to see D.I. Hardy.
Where? Where did you go to see D.I. Hardy?
At the Traders Hotel.
In his hotel room.
That's where he lived.
What did you and D.I. Hardy do alone in his hotel room for 2 hours on the night that he'd arrested and you'd beaten up the defendant, your husband?
Talked about how he killed Danny Latimer.
Talked. You colluded that night to frame the defendant, your husband, to get him out of the way because you were having an affair with D.I. Hardy, didn't you?
This is a whole lot of horse shit.
Distorting all our lives.
And failed to examine leads because it was compromised by your personal liaisons with D.I. Hardy. And together, you put an innocent man in the dock.
No, totally untrue, and you've got no evidence for this. I am not the guilty one here. I'm not.
Shit. Fuck. Fuck this. Fuck this lawyer shit. Damn it, she got emotional. They can't believe that. Oh, shit. Damn it. Fucking lawyers. God damn it. But this is what lawyers do. This is what lawyers do. God. It's like, I can't even be like, oh, it's not like Better Call Saul. It is like Better Call Saul. This is some shit Saul Goodman would do to get his client out, you know? I mean, hell, without, I don't know, whatever, slight spoilers, but look at the shit Saul Goodman had to do for Lalo, you know? God fucking damn it. And she got emotional about it too. This sucks. And Lee sucks. Oh my god. And they weren't prepared for that. They weren't prepared for that. It's like, this doesn't prove anything. This doesn't prove anything. Like, it could be that. It could also be that they went and talked. They talked about the fact that her husband murdered an 11-year-old boy. It's just... It's basically... I mean... But this is the point. This is the point, is that it's basically... They just have to chip away at the facts. If it's not 100%, then Joe can walk free. If it's not 100%, it's not about proving if there was an affair between Hardy and Miller. It's just about sowing enough doubt that Joe killed. And if that means sowing the doubt towards Mark, then there's that. If there's sowing the doubt towards Hardy and Miller, then you use that. You know? God damn it. I hate, too, that, yeah, it is exactly some shit Saul Goodman would do, you know? Here I was being like, oh, the Latimers, they need Saul Goodman. Nope. Joe has Saul Goodman. We just gotta hope and pray that the Latimers have Kim Wexler. We have to hope and pray that Jocelyn can pull this off in a way that works. God damn it. It doesn't even like oh well, clearly they've been having an affair. They met on the day Danny died. The next morning. That's when they met. Like, that doesn't work. See, this is the thing when the judge is like, oh, well, I tend to believe the jury. They're very smart people. No, they're not. No, they are fucking not. Because the entire point is to sway them. The entire point is to sway them. And, I mean, it's practically the court of public opinion, you know? It's practically the court of public opinion where you can, like, it's practically an official way of canceling somebody, you know? Because when you stop and think about it, it kind of is. It's like, you know, we have cancel. Excuse, I almost said cancer. Jesus, we have cancel culture, and sometimes you look at it and it's like, well, are they worth being canceled? No, a lot of times, yes, they are. But sometimes, and we think we know the cases. I think we know the cases where it's like, no, like we all like. After a while, we take a step back and we're like, wait a minute, the evidence isn't there, you know? And that's basically what's happening here, is that it's like, well, no, if you think about that for more than 3 seconds, that doesn't add up, that doesn't work. It doesn't make sense that, oh, Hardy and Miller were having an affair, therefore, you know, and they were trying to push away Joe, so they stitched him up to be the killer. That doesn't make any sense. The only thing you can get on that is like if because Hardy failed Sandbrook and is like, oh, well, this Lee Ashworth guy, he's fine. But no, it doesn't make sense. If you think about it for more than 5 seconds, that entire thing that she said falls apart. However, the jury is made of people. People are fucking dumb. And, I mean, it's the thing of, you know, and I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Look, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not in on this. I'm just giving my 2 cents as the idiot small YouTuber I am, you know? But, I mean, it's the thing of, you know, I'm sure a lot of you watch, like, legal videos and stuff. I remember one thing he said is, you know, the jury will always remember the first thing and the last thing you tell them, you know? Like, that is part of it, you know? And this, it's like, even though this isn't the first thing, it's like, it's not gonna work, because they're always gonna think in their head, well, wait a minute. They were in a hotel room for 2 hours, and it's just... As they were in a hotel room for 2 hours. It's like, that's where Hardy lived. He didn't have a house. He lived at a hotel. He lived at a hotel, the only hotel in all of Broadchurch. I just, like, it doesn't... See, I want to believe that the Latimers are not going to buy this, but I don't know. Because I thought we were doing something good there, you know? I thought we were making some good ground there with Jocelyn questioning Miller, you know? Like, I thought we were making some good ground with Beth, you know? Because I think Mark kind of gets it, you know? Like, I don't think he's happy. I don't think he really wants to be around. Like, I don't think, you know, bygones are bygones with Ellie. But I think Mark understands it a bit more, you know? Whereas Beth, who has every right, you know? It's like, I'm not gonna begrudge her for, you know, why she's hating on Ellie so much, but still, it's just, my brain hurts. My brain actually hurts thinking about it. Thinking about, like, oh, well, they could have had an affair. Could. Yeah, and Jack the Ripper could still be alive, and he's the one who actually killed Danny. There's no evidence to say that Jack the Ripper killed Danny, but there's no evidence to say he didn't. That's essentially what we're going for, is that if we're chipping away at the evidence, we're putting in tiny holes of, well, it could be this, it could be this, it could be this, it could be this, and it's like, well, yes, there is like a 1% chance that it could have been that, I suppose. 1% chance. But there's also a remaining 99% chance it was Joe fucking Miller. Like, fuck, we could have just done that. You could do that for fucking anybody then. You know? Like, let's swap families. Let's say it was Mark, you know? Let's say it was Mark and Beth. Mark was on the docket for killing Tom. Let's say that, you know? Beth goes up. Even though she's not a police officer, Beth goes up. They could stitch her up. Oh, when did you start having an affair with D.I. Hardy? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It doesn't mean anything. Just because we have a show with words doesn't mean you can say anything. But it's just a little bit of doubt. It's just a little bit of doubt. That's all you need. That's all you need. And it's gonna work. Oh, the jury, they're generally smart. No, they're not. Because they're people. The jury are people. People are not smart. Okay. The rest of the episode. I did like Miller standing up for herself a little bit of, I'm tired of everybody putting their shit on me, I like that moment, but Claire's still holding out. She's holding out something. Lee, again, I would be very curious if it wasn't Lee. Maybe it's not. But the problem is, fuck, this is the reason why these stories are together in the same season. You gotta sow the seeds of doubt. Excuse me. Was it actually Lee Ashworth? Or was it someone else? Maybe it was someone else. We don't really know. All the evidence points to him, but... Except the difference is, to the show's credit, we haven't seen if it's Lee yet. We technically haven't seen if it's Lee yet. But we have seen that it was Joe. That is the problem. But was it actually Lee? Actual Lee? I don't know. Did he send the bluebell? Could he have even sent a bluebell from France? I mean, it's up in the air, but again, it feels like a 99% chance that it was Lee, Beth had a girl. Mazel tov. Beth had her baby girl. And again, I know because we're looking at it from the audience perspective of, come on, don't be so hard on Miller. On the other hand, it's Beth Latimer. I have all of the sympathy for Beth Latimer, Like, if there is one cause that humanity can get behind, it's sympathizing with Beth Latimer, the saddest woman on earth, The saddest woman in all of fiction. Beth Latimer. But she had a baby girl. Too, I thought it's because they go off on the whole thing of oh, well, this baby isn't going to replace Danny. I feel like you got off easy for it being a daughter, because if it's a girl, I feel like that will, just on mentally separating, oh yeah, of course it's not going to replace Danny, and we don't want to replace Danny, but it won't even subconsciously replace Danny. It's a girl. It's inherently different. If it was a boy, that might have been a little hard. Which makes me surprised that they didn't go for a boy. Chibnall didn't write in that they had a boy. Just on the torture and anguish for Beth, Bishop has a son who's in jail. What's up with that? What's he in for? What's he in for that he's going to be there for 5 more... Or 6 more years, I think. What's he in for? They don't seem to be They seem to be on good terms, it makes you wonder maybe he was stitched up for something, This whole season's about stitching people up. Maybe what if we're stitching up Lee Ashworth? Maybe he's innocent. What if Bishop's son got stitched up and he's innocent? What if they're stitching up Joe? Except we've all seen that he is guilty. We have, as the audience at least, so. Fucking. I kind of wish we could also, like, get to know the jury. I don't watch a lot of lawyer shows, but are there, like, I wonder how many lawyer shows there are where you kind of get to know the jury. I feel like that'd be an interesting concept, too. Or even just, like, just see the jury, you know? Even if the characters don't get to know the jury, if the audience could, I think that'd be really interesting. Because, yeah, it's like, what's running through their head, you know? It's like, oh, could she have had an affair? But, you know, there's got to be people there who are like, well, I suppose it's possible, but highly unlikely, you know? Fucking fuck. The problem is, it's Saul Goodman shit, but this isn't Better Call Saul where he's the main character, so we root for him even though he's a piece of shit. Here, that's the only way Better Call Saul works is because you're ingratiated to Jimmy McGill because he's the main character, you know? In any other show, you'd be rooting for Chuck. You'd be rooting for Chuck. Yeah, he has his own problems, but still. But this, my brain hurts, man. I got whiplash from that. Oh, and this is how we know that Jocelyn is our sort of Kim Wexler of the show, is because she also had a crash. She also had a crash into a rock, but, she seemed to be fine, though. She seemed to be fine, but, I mean, she took a minute to recover from it, but still. I don't know, man. Alright. There. That's what I have to say about this. Just a bunch of gargled noises of just confusion. Oh my god. It's rough. It's rough. Rough. But it's good drama, and it's good television, and I'm curious to see where we're going next time. But that is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist for all of my Broadchurch reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.